Okay, so in the wake of last month's assassination attempt of former President Trump, there you see those images. The Secret Service has approved this new plan to allow bulletproof glass to shield former President Trump during his outdoor rallies. Now, the shields are already in use for sitting presidents and vice presidents, but until now, they had not been deployed for candidates. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane is joining me now to talk about this. So, Scott, you were there on that horrific day during that attempted assassination of the former president. What are you learning now about this new security plan?
This bulletproof paneling that would surround the podium or the stage at future Trump events is an indication of two things: that there's obviously an ongoing threat to anybody who's a Secret Service protectee at this time of toxic politics and politically violent rhetoric, but also that there are so many unanswered questions still about the vulnerabilities that led to the first shooting. There are all these investigations, Vlad, that are underway but have not yet been completed, so they haven't gotten their hands around exactly what went wrong and how best to protect or prevent it in the future. So this is an intermediate step to put up bulletproof paneling around the former president if and when he has future outdoor events. And he's been clear he wants to have more outdoor events, potentially back there in Butler, Pennsylvania, between now and November. Vlad, it just underscores there's so much more to find out, and something has to be done protectively in the meantime.
All right, Scott, let me ask you about something else. Some reporting that a local sniper may have been responsible for saving lives at that Pennsylvania rally back in July. Break it down for me.
One of the investigations underway is from a newly formed U.S. House task force, a bipartisan panel doing its own probe. One of the members of that panel, Louisiana Republican Clay Higgins, released what he characterizes as an interim report with some of the initial findings from him and some of his fellow task force members. In his report, he says a ninth shot was fired. After the 8 shots by the gunman, a ninth shot was fired and stopped or slowed the gunman. And his argument is that he found that ninth shot was fired by a Butler County, Pennsylvania sniper, not the Secret Service sniper, so that it was local police who first were able to fire and stop the gunman. The 10th shot would be from the Secret Service sniper, ultimately killed the gunman. Mr. Higgins, the congressman, has also had a series of other findings in his report questioning some of how the FBI has gone about its investigation, which is still ongoing, but largely that local police were critical to this response. And some Republicans have been concerned the Secret Service is putting blame on local police when they should be accepting it themselves.
Remarkable reporting. Scott MacFarlane for us from Washington. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.